We've lived in Japan for a while, but this is our first winter season with our very own van, and we want to get out into the snowy countryside to show you guys. But we are also from Australia. There's not much snow there, so we are kind of prepared, but we're not quite sure, can we do this? So this weekend is a test run. We are going up into the snowy mountains, and tonight sleeping down into the minus degrees to see, are we going to be able to have a beautiful winter magical season, or should we just quit now?
Japan gets a lot of snow. It feels like almost every year there's a story on the news about hundreds of people getting stranded on the highways due to blizzard conditions. I mean, even from our experience driving around the snow country, it can get pretty hairy sometimes. That's why, first things first, we gotta get snow tires. Alrighty, we are on our way to go get our tires changed. We've already gone and got a quote and did the research and booked an appointment for the tire changing appointment. But it's gonna cost maybe about $1,400 or something like that. We kind of went with the more expensive tire because I prioritize not slipping on ice or getting stuck in deep snow over anything, so I'm happy to pay the money. And on top of all that, we're going to be paying for a tire storage service to store our summer tires because, you know, we live in Tokyo. We don't have any space in our apartment for that. Bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It's all necessary.
Here are the beautiful new Bridgestone tires. Can I see the difference? No. Does it say studless somewhere? Yes. So, must be winter tires and we are ready.
Alright, snow tires are checked off. But before we head off into the mountains, there's one more essential item that we gotta get. Fried chicken.
Anyone would think that's a fried chicken store, right? Well, at least that's what we thought for the first year we lived here. But it turns out it's a hardware store.
What did he say?
And today we're here to pick up some extra winter essentials.
To help us get out of snowy situations, we were on the hunt for a shovel and ice scraper for the van. But after wandering from aisle to aisle, we soon realized the closest thing we could find was a normal outdoor shovel. And so sadly, we came to the conclusion that the fried chicken shop had failed us. So it turns out hardware store is perhaps not what we were looking for. Instead, we are going to a automobile store. Fingers crossed we can find what we're looking for. As soon as we walked into the Auto Supercenter, we knew we were in the right place. Heck, they even stocked an almighty snow brush. So the automobile shop came through for us. We got what we needed. We got a shovel and a scraper. So when we are parked overnight, hopefully this will get us out of trouble and we can get on out of the snow. We just got really compact ones so that we can fit it in under the back here of the car, because we do want to leave room where we can put our snowboards, because we hopefully want to do some snowboarding trips in the van as well. So now I think we've got all the essentials. It is time to get going into snow country. So we've decided to head to Yuzawa, a town just under a 3-hour drive from Tokyo. This place is close to our hearts, as it's where we worked in a lodge when first in Japan on a working holiday. Yuzawa is also a fabulous winter travel destination, as it's got heaps of ski fields and onsen, and is only about an hour ride on the Shinkansen from Tokyo. For driving though, you've got to pass under a mountain range in Japan's longest mountain tunnel, and come out on the other side in an entirely different world.
Man, you can see it already.
Wow. Well, it's winter, that's for sure. Oh my. It's really snowing.
They've got the water sprinklers out in full force.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Keeping the snow off the road.
So we have to come around this way because they just want everyone to divert off the expressway first. If you don't have winter tires, you're not allowed to proceed beyond here. Or I guess if you have normal tires but you don't have the chains on, you can do that here. Oh, there's the sprinklers. And yeah, then we'll continue on. Wow, winter magical wonderland. Alright, boss, first time driving in the snow, how you feeling?
Well, I don't know, for now I'm feeling okay because these roads don't actually have the snow like settling on them, but I'm pretty sure soon enough like the snow is gonna like settle on the roads that we're gonna be traveling in town, and I'm a bit nervous for that. I still don't quite understand like how much cars slip on like iciness and snowy roads, so just really taking it nice and slow in the left-hand lane. We've pulled into the rest stop where we'll be staying tonight, and as you can see, there is a lot of snow everywhere, but so far so good. Now we're just gonna look up where we're going to have an onsen and get dinner for the night, and then the real challenge starts, staying in the van overnight. Let's see how cold it gets.
So we had a delicious ramen for dinner and we're feeling really warm inside the cozy restaurant. But once we got back to the rest stop, reality hit hard.
We just turned the diesel heater on and it's just started flashing and turned off. Oh no.
Like, wow.
We were using it earlier, like in the afternoon when we were just sitting here researching where to go, and it was fine. Oh my goodness gracious.
If you're new here, this is our van. We bought it in 2023, secondhand, with a bunch of must-haves for winter trips. In particular, it's four-wheel drive and has a diesel heater. We've used the heater a few times before during trips in autumn, and those times, well, it worked like a charm.
So the error code looks to be like the error 1, no start, no flame formation, just because of the lights flashing. So I don't know what's gonna happen. We've basically just turned it off now. We're gonna try and turn it on again, and if it doesn't, I really don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, so...
I think we should check back in like half an hour or so.
No, I mean...
Once it's been going for a while.
Are you sure? No, I think...
My stomach is in knots.
Yeah, me too.
I honestly am still very nervous because I'm worried that we're gonna wake up at like 2 a.m. in the morning and it's gonna be off.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not too cold, relatively speaking, tonight. I think maybe the lowest is -4.
I don't want to do that without a heater, man.
We will check back in if things change. And if we don't check back in until the morning, it's because we've had a successful night. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning. We had a wonderful sleep last night. The diesel heater worked all night. Yes, thank God. So we're not sure why it didn't start that first time. If you are mechanically minded at all and you might know, do let us know in the comments down below. It's definitely something that we need to consider and probably plan putting more warm stuff in the van, but at least it worked last night. So I would call that pretty successful. And to top it all off, we have woken up to a beautiful morning. The mountains, I just can't stop looking at them. They're so beautiful. So before we get going back to Tokyo, we want to show you guys a delicious local delicacy here in Yuzawa. So let's get the ice off the windscreen and get going.
Nice. Look at that, the snow scraper is already coming in handy. I feel like we're pretty prepared, but there could be something that we're missing. If you guys know of anything, definitely drop a comment because I'd rather be prepared than sorry, you know?
So the delicacy that we have come from is a big, hot, fresh, steaming onigiri. Wow! Niigata. Niigata is famous for its rice. It grows a lot of rice. So in Echigo Yuzawa station, there is a store that serves these massive onigiri that you can get fresh. We got a pork and ginger filling. Also within the station, you can pick up a lot of souvenirs, and there is a pretty famous sake tasting room. So it's got a whole bunch of vending machines inside where you can try the very famous sake from around the area. That's really cool too. But yeah, really nothing beats a fresh hot onigiri. So really recommend coming to get this. So it is back to Tokyo for us, but I would call this weekend mostly a success. So please do look forward to a whole winter season of winter adventures, winter festivals. We cannot wait to share it with you guys. See you then.